Sorry, go ahead.
It just like I like Deadpool, where he's a gray area character. So I like that. I especially don't like him being one of the X-Men. That definitely gets.
I'm gonna put it out now. I would love to see him. Since X-Force is supposedly like a covert group anyways, and the rest of the X-Men don't know about it, I would love to see him on X-Force.
Apparently, he's going to be in X-Force.
Well,
apparently, that
they're going to have him guest star, from what I understand. He's going to do it.
I heard that he's going to be a recurring character in the book.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's what it said. There was an article about it on Deadpool Bugle.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to. I can't believe I missed that article.
It was a while back, but I don't know if they're still doing that or not.
Yeah. Well, I know he was in the crossover that they did with Cable.
Yeah, and it was really good.
Yeah.
If you have, well, obviously you have, but if you haven't picked it up, you should. Yeah, and those books sold a lot better because Deadpool was in it. And the X-Force writers were like, "Hey, we should put Deadpool in more."
Yeah, everyone's just like, "Ooh, Deadpool's the money man right now."
Yeah, which is really starting to burn in my pocket because I made the mistake of deciding to get every Deadpool appearance ever.
You and me both.
And now I have them all. In order to keep up, I have to keep buying all these fucking comics.
No kidding. I'm to the point, with the exception of X-Force, just because, except for Ecstatic, which doesn't count, I have every X-Force ever done. So I'm down to the point where I stopped collecting Cable. I had every Cable book, not every appearance. But I'm now down to the point where all I do is just get Deadpool's and X-Force when it comes out once a month. Yeah, it's...
Well, Deadpool's going to be coming out like 3 times a month.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, moving on, we had Sam Raimi. Of course, Spider-Man fame and Evil Dead and all things great involving Bruce Campbell.
I mean, I love Sam Raimi. I'm a big fan of the Evil Dead movies and the Spider-Man movies. Even Spider-Man 3. Whoa, Flame War!
I still haven't seen that one.
I liked it. I mean, people were mad because Venom died. Brrr. But, oh, sorry, spoilers. But it's... The thing with Sam Raimi, he's not a violent guy. Like, I couldn't see him having a hero that's ridiculous. I mean, Ash is pretty close, and he might be able to do it, but I think you could find someone better. Again, it's the same thing with Kevin Smith. I don't even think Sam Raimi would want to write the Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. I definitely wouldn't be upset if Sam Raimi wrote it again, preferencing with advice from someone who knows the character.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be against that, but I just don't think he would. Or I think they may be able to find someone better for it. All right, next one. We had 2 votes, actually, so far, from where I got through, for Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is an actor, people.
Yeah.
He's not a writer. He could, like, maybe he'll be like a consultant or something, but he's an actor. Come on.
And I'm fine with it. And I don't know. Once in a while, when I do catch some of the special features on different stuff, they tend to say that some writers are real strict on what has to be, they have to read exactly what their lines are. They don't like people ad-libbing. And I think on the whole, especially if you watch his interviews, Ryan Reynolds is an amazingly funny guy. I think a lot of people sometimes get confused with him because he's got an amazingly wide range. He's done so many different things that people get used to seeing him. So people get used to seeing him in one specific role. And there was a lot of people who were like, he's just not that funny. And you look at a lot of Ryan Reynolds' early stuff, and that's a lot of his stuff he was doing was ad-libs. So I'd be totally fine, I definitely don't, unless, of course, he wants to take a shot at it and he has people helping him write it, I guess I'd be okay with that. But definitely just give the guy the freedom to ad-lib a bunch of stuff, because his ad-libs are hilarious.
Yeah. Like, I think whoever writes the movie is probably going to have to leave a little bit of room. Because, as I said, like, some of the really funny things comes up on the spot, because he's a kind of character who is very... is like that, and he's
real sporadic,
Yeah, his world's erratic, so that's a very good way to describe it.
All right, moving on. We had Joe Carnahan. He was the guy who wrote Smoking Aces, wrote and directed Smoking Aces.
I actually just saw Smoking Aces like a couple of weeks ago, and I liked it. Maybe if he was working in combination with Joe Kelly or Gail Simone or something like that, but like. He can get the action stuff down, and it was funny. It was a little funny, but
he definitely hold my vote for a director.
Yeah, I think he could be a great director but I probably would want somebody else.
Yeah. Next we had Troy Duffy, who wrote Boondock Saints.
Ah, yes. The thing about him is he's very pragmatic in Hollywood. Like, if you don't know the story behind him, he really kind of fucked himself over.
Really?
And I don't know if I want someone like that on the Deadpool.
Mike, hold on. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pause this just for a minute. We'll jump back here in just a moment. Hold on.
That sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't just suck, butthead. I really suck.
All right, sorry about that, guys. My wife was waiting for a phone call, so I'm going to just try to piece this. I'll do like 5 minutes of audio here and piece it to the last strip of audio. So you guys may be around when the lady actually comes to buy some raffle tickets. If you guys are interested in buying some raffle tickets to help my wife's friend pay for a bunch of extra medical costs because she's got a very terminal disease and the insurance company decided not to pay, and she's the textbook case for why there should be a public option. Whether you agree with it or not, you look at her and be like,
hey, Obama's trying to make death panels, okay? Yeah. Kill you.
But either way, send me a message of some sort. I don't know if I'll advertise it here, but send me a message. We can send you guys some raffle tickets or something. Okay, where were we? We're Troy Duffy.
Okay, Troy Duffy, yes.
How's his comedy licks? Can he write comedy?
Well, Boondock Saints had a very kind of witty, dark sense of humor, and Boondock Saints is a great movie. But this guy's like a really big D-bag. So I don't really know if I want him on the project, because that could, like...
Okay. Yeah, you convinced me to pass on him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next we have just some random guy.
Again, you have to have a good blend of both action and comedy, and he's a comedian who does like these little bits for like a couple minutes a month. You know, like I love his work. I watch everything he does, but he's not a screenwriter, guys. Come on, seriously. Yeah. Next
one we had Joss Whedon from, of course, Angel, Buffy, and Firefly fame, and of course now on Dollhouse.
I mean, I like Joss Whedon. I just don't think he has the right feel.
I don't know. I love Joss Whedon. I make the same joke from the last time. We'd do it, but he'd have to write a strong character in there somehow.
Yeah.
I think I'd be okay. Again, I think if you preface him with Joe Kelly, it'd be great. I actually think Joss Whedon is one of the best dialogue writers out there, hands down.
I was a big Buffy fan, and I was a big Angel fan, and a big Astonishing X-Men fan when he was writing. It was really good when he was writing. And then it fell apart. It's terrible now. If you're picking up Astonishing X-Men and you agree, comment on this video.
Thank you, by the way, for keeping doing that. I love it.
But and by the way, if you like Joss Whedon, check out Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. I just checked that out. It's amazing. It's written and directed by Joss Whedon. It's amazing.
I made it through like the first 2 minutes of that, and then my wife called me to go do something, and that was a few months ago. I've never gotten back to watching it. I've always wanted to.
I would highly recommend it. So,
Are they doing a sequel to that, from what I heard?
I wouldn't know, but if they are, I can't wait to see it. So.
Excellent. All right, I would love to see Joss Whedon. Oh, hold on. Did that lady just knock next door? Okay. I'm going to have to stop again. Sorry, guys. Oh, this is perfect length. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on.